Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video, your match review for Burnley 3, Burnley 0, Chelsea 3. Yeah, I'm getting everything mixed up. I'm just happy. I'm full of adrenaline. This is fantastic. What a game that was. Before we get into the nitty gritty once again, you know, that is how we do things on this channel. I want to ask you guys, if you are new, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded, and smash the like button. I would very much appreciate it. Now, let's get into it. This is what we've been asking for. This is the performance we have been waiting for. This is the football that we have been waiting for. This is the system that we have been waiting for. Everything that you saw today was what we had in our minds since we signed all of these players. Yeah, since we signed Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, Mendy, Thiago Silva, Chilwell, all of them. Yeah, we got them in order for them to execute the football that we saw today. And I literally, for the first time in a while, have zero complaints. Zero. And I know I'm normally quite positive. I like to take a positive outlook on things and to think, you know, that things are going to get better and things are going to be cool. But today was more than just flipping cool. Today was absolutely extraordinary. Everything was superb. Everyone was superb. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start with the lineup. How did we line up? So we started with this. We started with Edouard Mendy in goal, of course, not Kepa, like I joked in my preview yesterday. Reece James, right back. Ben Chilwell, left back. Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma as our standard now centre-backs. Conte in the lone DM role in a 4-3-3. In front of him, on his right-hand side, Kai Havertz. On his left-hand side, Mason Mount. The three forwards consisting of Abraham up top, Ziyech on the right-hand side, and was meant to be Pulisic on the left, but he picked up a little injury in the warm-up, which isn't serious. I just want to tell you guys now, it looked like he slipped, and I don't know if he twisted his ankle, but he has a little discomfort in his ankle. But there's no worry. It was a complete precaution by Frank Lampard. He took him off just so then he can save him and make sure that he is okay for the Champions League game on Wednesday and going forward. He just did not want to risk him. Therefore, we brought Timo Werner on to play left wing and leave Tammy Abraham up top in the absence of Christian Pulisic. And everything was just absolutely great from the get-go. Normally, we start off a game and we look a little bit slow. We look like we need time to get into rhythm. And then after 15-20 minutes, we maybe start to get into the rhythm. And then what normally happens is we start the second half and we're completely out of sorts. And then we got to get into rhythm again. Today, there was none of that. Today, from minute one, we were dominating, we were passing in between the lines, we were just absolutely consistent with possession and movement, and everyone was moving, everyone had energy, everyone looked fantastic. I'm going to break down the game in terms of the goals, so how did the goals happen and what went down, and then I'm going to talk about some individual performances, even though as far as I'm concerned, everyone done their job perfectly today. But I'm going to pinpoint a few that I feel I need to discuss. The goals, Hakim Ziyech getting his first Premier League goal. I mean, talk about a week to remember. Champions League, and then he comes into the Premier League today, scores the first goal for Chelsea, and what a combination it was. You know, everyone involved, absolutely fantastic, and Tammy Abraham giving him the little layoff. Ziyech smashes it into, not really the bottom corner, but smashes it low, goes in between the legs of the defender, straight into the net. 1-0, and we looked in control. Before that first goal, you could tell a goal was coming. And it's for the first time in a while, and I tweeted this, I did say, I feel comfortable. For the first time in a while, I am looking at this and I'm not worried. I am comfortable, I am confident, and the goals are going to come. I was super relaxed watching Chelsea today. And, you know, normally watching Chelsea, you require a very strong heart. You require very strong internal organs in general. You know, you got to have good blood pressure. You got to make sure you avoid any high blood pressure. That sort of thing, yeah? But that's what comes with being a Chelsea fan. You start getting these conditions. Today, none of that. As I said, completely relaxed, completely chilled out, completely confident, and it was just beautiful. It was lovely, jubbly. The second goal, a fantastic cross in by Mason Mount. Kurt Zouma getting in on the end of it with a nice John Terry-esque header. proper smash into the net with his head, 2-0. And then the third goal, again, very, very beautiful link up by everyone involved. Timo Werner gets a nice through ball in. He runs to the goal, smashes it into the bottom corner, 3-0 on the night. Absolutely fantastic. And some individual performances that I need to discuss. In terms of the back line, I'm going to do this progressively. So in terms of the back line, I felt everyone was great. But Thiago Silva, I need to point out, because he put his body on the line today. You could see a couple of occasions where he just threw himself at it. And that is the centre-back that you want. You know, that is what you need. Kurt Zouma in the first half was looking a little bit shaky. I have to be honest, there was a couple of passes where he almost lost possession, and if Ashley Barnes had taken the ball off him, he would have been one-on-one with Edouard Mendy. And, you tell Kurt Zouma, mate, relax, chill, compose yourself. Don't get panicky. You got the ball. You got to know what you're going to do with it before you get the ball, mate. You got to know your options. Pick an option. ASAP. Even if it means going back to the goalkeeper, if he is your safe option, okay, you just do it. Even though we've been talking about taking risks lately, but just do it. Kurt Zouma, though, second half, came out of his shell, got the goal, looked fantastic afterwards, looked more composed, and I think that is just what it was. He needed some confidence. Ben Chilwell, fantastic. Reece James, fantastic. Reece James, some of the balls he was pinging in today, absolutely class. And defensively, he looks much better. Much better. Very composing. Very confident, throws himself at these challenges now, gets back in time, looks in good position. That is the Reece James we want to see. If we move into the midfield, and by the way, I'm not taking anything away from Edouard Mendy, but he had nothing to do today. I'm just going to put that out there. Yes, every time a ball came across the box, he was in command. He went into the air, he caught it. He does what he does. He's fantastic. 5 clean sheets now in a row for Edouard Mendy. Kepa is probably forgotten about now. But he wasn't tested once. Burnley did not have a shot on target today. So Edouard Mendy could have sat there with a packet of crisps, a nice cup of tea, an iPad, watching highlights from Sheffield United Man City, and the ball still wouldn't have gone in. That is how it would have gone down. So Edouard Mendy, I'm not taking anything away from him, credit to him, but today, easy day at the office. N'Golo Kante in the lone DM role. Everyone was worried, yeah? Last season and onwards. Can Kante play as a defensive midfielder? Is he a DM? Remember the whole, Kante can't play DM? What? Today was our best DM performance in I don't know how long. N'Golo Kante today was world class. World class. Interceptions, passing forward, tracking back, nicking the ball off everyone, being in command, not letting anyone through, not letting any passes through, blocking the passing lanes. He done everything today. Everything. And the one thing in regards to this system, when we had 2 in a pivot, you could see that there was a tendency to always pass backwards because there was only one man in midfield in the middle that they could pass to. Now with Kante distributing and Kante being the lone man in DM and not alongside anybody, he has 2 options in front of him. And you could just see every time that he pivoted, turned his body, has everyone in front of him, he always picked out an option and he was always looking forward. And that was flipping beautiful to see. But even so, defensively, he was like a windscreen wiper. Just absolutely wiping everything, didn't let anything pass. He made the life of our back four very easy today. And N'Golo Kante, brilliant. Now, we move into the midfielders just in front of him. Kai Havertz, sublime. Very technical, very elegant in his play today. Every time he got into a bit of space, 1-2s, moving into space, passing in triangles, everything was fantastic. Whether he was combining with Hakim Ziyech or whether he was combining with Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham had a very good game, going to come to him. But Havertz just looked very elegant. And even alongside Mason Mount, they both, bounced off each other. So fair play to Kai Havertz. Fantastic game today. Even though he didn't get on the score sheet, but he had a brilliant midfield performance. Mason Mount. Look, here's the thing about Mason, yeah? I didn't pick him in my starting 11 yesterday, and I told you because I wanted to see Kovacic in this role first. However, I have to give credit where credit's due, and I have to say when I'm wrong. Mason Mount today proved me wrong, completely. Mason Mount today is the Mason Mount I want to see week in, week out. That was perfect. That was perfection. That is the Mason Mount I want to see. He combines very well. He kept things simple. His passing was simple. His passing was elegant. He always knew what he was going to do. He always had an option, went forward when he could, took the safe option whenever he could, but his positioning was fantastic. He always found himself into space, and defensively, the tackles he was getting himself into, the physicality he was showing, the running back, the intensity, everything was there. But most importantly for me, the one thing that I have with Mason Mount is the amount of times he loses possession, and the amount of times he doesn't get himself into a nice position, doesn't get himself into space. He brings pressure on himself. Today, in his position, right, as a number 8, which is where he should be playing week in, week out, and if we are playing in a 4-3-3, he now finds himself at home. Today, he done everything perfectly. Perfectly. If he plays like this every week, he's in my starting 11. No questions asked. No questions asked. The simplicity that he offers is very similar, and I don't want to bring comparisons to Frank Lampard, but Frank Lampard wasn't a very technically gifted footballer. He wasn't someone that would, nutmeg everyone, dribble, do flipping, Rabonas and whatnot. No, he wouldn't do that. But he kept things simple, and it was so effective. Mason Mount today kept things simple, got into space, was very quick with his passing and his combinations, and that is exactly what you want to see. If he does that every week, fantastic. He's in my starting 11, no problem. We want the best for Chelsea. We don't want favouritism. But if players are going to up it and show that they deserve to be in the starting 11, well, you're playing. Simple as that. We need the best 11 on the pitch for Chelsea Football Club. If he's playing the way he did today, he gets in. Standard. So fair play. The 4-3-3 has opened a lot of keys. It really has. It really has. Anyway, Ziyech took over Turf Moor today. Took over. He conquered the ground. He conquered it. It was his game. Man of the match. Probably man of the match. His impact, his left foot cutting in, the balls across the box to Tammy and sometimes to Timo. Just sublime, and his goal, his everything today about Ziyech was just second to none. He looked so free. In times you could see he was more of a free roaming role. It wasn't necessarily a right winger always just remaining on the right. He'd come middle, he'd start combining with the left hand side. He was everywhere, but he was so hard to keep up with. He was our little wizard today, and I know Ajax have a thing about calling Ziyech a wizard. Well, I think we've adopted the same thing today. He is a wizard, and flipping hell, what a wizardry performance it was today. Anyway, Hakim Ziyech, fantastic. Pulisic wasn't on the pitch today, as I said, injured. Timo Werner stepped in, and Timo Werner at times that looked like he was struggling a little bit in terms of completing his passes. You could see the physicality of the Premier League is getting to him. You could see towards the second half he was getting tired, but he never gave up. He still gave 100%. He still got himself into vital positions, and most importantly, he got himself on the score sheet when you didn't expect him to. So very fair play to Timo Werner today. I know he's finding it a bit difficult in terms of keeping up with the intensity, his physicality, his fitness, but I'm sure it's a matter of time. If he needs to be rested for the Rennes game, I'll totally understand, but he'll come into it. His body will adapt, and when you see he is at the level, the physical level of what the Premier League requires, I'm sure he's going to score goal after goal after goal after goal. If he's scoring goals like this, what do you expect from a fully fit Premier League standard Timo Werner? He's going to smash it. Anyway, fantastic. And Tammy Abraham, very surprising performance. I wouldn't have had him in my starting 11, but today he dropped deeper. Same goes for Mason Mount. Mason Mount was dropping deeper, and he was combining very, very well and pushing the ball forward and bringing the action forward with him. Tammy Abraham was playing more of a Giroud role. It was great. He'd come nearly to the halfway line, start combining, build up the play, and start moving along with it. And hence another assist from Tammy Abraham today. It just goes to show you, it looks like a new side to his game has been unlocked, and today was a good example of that. So Tammy Abraham, very, very good game. Everyone played exemplary. Everyone did exactly what was required. Frank Lampard looks like he has found the key to what we've needed. We've opened the door, and this is what we've produced. This is what's coming through that door now. What a performance. Now, it looks like we might have found the balance that we've been asking for. And now, we hope to be consistent and take it forward into future games. This is hopefully our Antonio Conte Arsenal 3-0 moment, where afterwards he switched to a back three and we won 30 games out of 38. Hopefully this is our moment this season, and fingers crossed we can find ourselves, climbing up to near top of the table. Fingers crossed that is what's going to happen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What did you think of the performance? What do you think of the goals? What do you think of these players? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button for me. 7,000 likes. Come on, we can do it. Let's smash it. I much appreciate it. Follow me on Twitch. I'm streaming there tomorrow, so make sure you're following me there. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. Come on, you Blues. Up the Chelsea. And peace.